What happens when two creatures, shaped by instinct and bound to the same river, learn to share instead of compete? Along a quiet stretch of riverbank, where the current whispers against moss-covered stones, an otter and a heron began an unlikely partnership, one that would reveal the subtle power of coexistence. This is their story. Where paths cross. Morning mist curled above the water as the otter slid through the river like a streak of brown lightning. He was playful, curious, restless. The river was his playground. Just ahead, on a smooth stone rising from the shallows, stood a heron. Tall, silent, motionless as a statue. To any observer, they were opposites, one built for joy, the other built for patience. Yet the river drew them both here every dawn. Instincts in collision. At first, their meetings were tense. The otter disrupted the water, scattering fish in every direction. The heron, who hunted through stillness, found his meals fleeing before he could strike. Their instincts clashed, play versus precision. Ethologists note that such conflict is common where species share resources. But sometimes, conflict becomes curiosity. The lesson in stillness. One morning, the otter noticed something unusual. The heron stood ankle-deep in water, perfectly still, yet within seconds he speared a fish with astonishing accuracy. The otter was amazed. "How did you do that without moving?" The heron replied with a calm, patient voice. "The river speaks to those who wait." For the first time, the otter watched instead of splashing. He studied the ripples, the silver flashes beneath the surface, the way tiny disturbances revealed movement. Slowly, he understood. The heron's stillness was a kind of wisdom, the gift of motion. But lessons flow both ways. Days later, heavy rain muddied the river. Fish hid in deeper pockets. The heron struggled. His stillness meant nothing in dark, churning water. The otter dove without hesitation, weaving through submerged logs and shadows, guiding fish toward the shallower edge where the heron could strike. "You see," the otter said between dives, "the river speaks to those who move with it." The heron bowed his head. Their strengths were different, but their purpose was shared. Shared waters, shared wisdom. Over time, the riverbank became a place of balance. The otter learned patience. The heron learned adaptability. Together, they thrived, one guiding fish through motion, the other securing the catch through stillness. What began as conflict became cooperation. And what began as necessity became companionship. Narration end. In the rhythm of the river, they discovered a simple truth. Harmony flows where strengths are shared, not compared.